Hello and welcome to another Cerasus Gaming gun guide. Thank you for joining me here tonight. You have tuned in to the Cerasus Gaming Cosplay Gun guide, and what that is a series of videos dedicating to look at video games and other guns in popular media and putting them into Modern Warfare and using them. So I thank you for tuning in tonight. Now I've probably gone a little bit overboard on this one, but I've actually got 3 different weapons we're going to be using. They're 3 very popular weapons. My last video was on the Resident Evil 3 assault rifle and showcasing how that worked. You can probably tell here from the custom loadout that I'm looking at, we're actually going to be doing the Resident Evil 4 shotgun. Now, because I figured that 1 shotgun is never enough, we're going to be making 2. We'll be making Leon's shotgun from the start of the game and Ada Wong's shotgun that she uses. And then I also figured that we'll need a secondary to show off. So I was going to do the Sig Pro. I've had to think about that one. I'm not too sure how well that's going to work, so I thought I'd do that in another video, maybe a bit down the track. But we're actually going to be working on the Blacktail. So that is a very popular Resident Evil 4 pistol, and we'll kind of go into each of them in a bit more detail very shortly. So we'll go into the custom loadout first, and we'll have a look at the shotgun. So the first one we're going to be making is Leon's shotgun. Now, this is the first shotgun in Resident Evil 4. It is simply called the shotgun. It is available purchase from the merchant for 20,000 Peters points. However you really want to go about that. Don't really explain in lore their currency system. However, a free shotgun is available on the 2nd floor of the house in the village. If the game is started on easy mode, Leon starts them on his inventory, but there is no shotgun to take in the village. Now, I have got a way of differentiating the reasoning why you'd use these 2 different shotguns, and the main point I'll bring up now is when you examine the 12 gauge shotgun for the first time, it's a 12 gauge pump action shotgun. You don't leave home without it, and that's all well and fine, but when you fully upgrade this gun, it states it now possesses the same destructive power from all distances. Sounds like a winner to me. So what we're actually going to be doing is producing a slug shotgun and a standard buckshot shotgun, so we'll get working on that right now. First things first, we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go here and we're going to want to select the XRK 30-inch Sport. Now if you have a look on the screen at the barrel length of Leon's shotgun, you'll see that the standard barrel doesn't quite cut it. We'll go to the under barrel here and we'll go for the Lockwood Precision series to give it that nice wooden touch. We'll go to the stock here and we'll go again for the Lockwood Precision series. Ammunition, we'll chuck on slug rounds. Now here's where you can decide how you want to take this one. I personally prefer to use the 1 megawatt laser on the side. It is easily hidden, you can't see it, and in Resident Evil 4 whenever you aim down sight a laser appears. Now you could argue that you could use a tac laser, and you're exactly right. However, I feel that shotguns don't normally necessarily need to be aimed down sight, so I use the 1 megawatt laser myself. Plus it's red, Leon's laser is red, take your pick. Alternatively, you could chuck on Sleight of Hand, because they do reload all shotguns in 2 shells, pump it, and you're ready to go. So it then depends very much on what you're looking for, and kind of how you like to play your pump actions and your shotguns. But that's the first one. That's how we've made Leon's shotgun from Resident Evil 4. It's as easy as that. Now, you can probably tell here that and we'll quickly preview it, the chassis kind of doesn't change, and that does irk me a little bit, that even with the Lockwood, that still very much has remained the same, but that's completely fine. The rest of the model you can see is as close enough to it as we can get, so I have no issues with that at all. Yeah, that's the first one. It's as easy as that. Leon's shotgun is indeed as easy as that. Now what we're going to go ahead and do, I'm actually going to go ahead and save it, but not before chucking on the Chibi Operator Charm. Right now, actually, no, because we're in a custom game, I can't save it, so that's fine. That's a-okay. Now what we'll go ahead and do is we'll jump into loadout 2, we'll go ahead, we'll reselect the Model 680, and we'll work on that one as well. So for that, to remake Ada's shotgun, you need to use the SWAT barrel. Now, I'm a little bit torn on the grip, because it has a shorter barrel. It's an annoying bit in the fact that when you preview it here, it comes over the round holder, and that actually really irritates me. So let's not use that. Let's go ahead. We won't use a barrel extension at all. We will, however, chuck on the operator foregrip for this one to keep it nice and black. We will use tube extensions because Ada's shotgun does take 12 rounds. You want no stock on this one, and then your laser. So for this one, you can use again whatever. I'll go for the 1 megawatt laser, and then it's kind of down to yourself what you want that last attachment to be. For myself, as I said before, given how Resident Evil characters reload shotguns, we'll be using sleight of hand on this build, and you'll kind of see why in a moment, especially with that tube extension there when we get in game. Now, next up, as I said before, is the Blacktail. Now, the Blacktail is a handgun that is featured in Resident Evil 4 and can be purchased at the beginning of the minigame, or the main game, rather, at the castle. So that's that gun, and I actually prefer to use the X16 for that. You can see here I've already made a Blacktail variant, but for this one, you're going to want to use Urban Defiler. Now, the reason for that is if you have a look at the standard X16 here, it is beige and a very weird grey. You don't really want to use that. The Blacktail itself is black. So Urban Defiler is the closest we're going to get. Thankfully, it is a free blueprint that you can unlock just through playing the game and the operator challenges and things like that. So it's very easy to get. In terms of attachments, you're going to want to take off the flash guard. Barrel, you're going to want to actually change that to the Singarm's... Singuard? Yeah, Singuard. That's weird to say. Arms featherweight barrel. Remove the optic here. For laser, you can either chuck on the tac laser or the 5 megawatt. I'll be leaving the 5 megawatt on there. Again, I'll explain that in a moment. Perk, you're going to want sleight of hand. Rear grip, you can chuck on any kind of grip you want. I prefer the stippled tip grape. Oh my lord. The stippled grip tape for that faster ADS here. And trigger action, of course, needs to be the lightweight trigger for that fastest fire rate. Now, the reason why you use the Singuard Arms featherweight barrel, there's a couple of reasons for it. I'll preview the rep real quick so I can show you. So, firstly, you can see here it makes it very blockish, much like the Blacktail is in Resident Evil 4. You can see here from the image on screen that it's probably the closest we've got to that with the look. Second reason is, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but you might be able to see it here. I'll try and outline it if I know how, that it actually changes the barrel to show 9x19, which is the 9mm version of the Glock. Now, for those that don't know, the Blacktail and all handguns in Resident Evil 4 take 9x19mm parabellum rounds, so that's probably the closest thing we're going to get to this. Now, obviously, it does unfortunately have the 3 slits here on the side. Nothing we can do about that. This is the closest we're going to get it to a functioning Blacktail. Now, I say sleight of hand on this gun, and the reason for that, instead of taking the larger ammunition, when the Blacktail does take 26 rounds, is in Resident Evil games, the magazine doesn't increase in size when you increase its ammunition. So you could, theoretically, if you wish to do this, to make it look slightly more authentic towards having as much ammunition as the Blacktail does in Resident Evil 4, is to chuck on the 26 round mag. I personally don't like doing that. I'd prefer to use sleight of hand on this gun anyway, and take that from there. So that's the Blacktail. We've got Leon's shotgun and we've got Ada Wong's shotgun. So we'll go ahead here. Well, again, we'll quickly remake the Blacktail. So we'll take off the flash guard. We'll change the barrel over. We'll chuck on the tac laser on this version, just so you can kind of see the difference there in that and how it works. Lightweight trigger, that needs to be sleight of hand, and rear grip needs to be the stippled grip tape. Now, in another build, and I'll probably showcase this then, but I'll talk about it a little bit now, you could potentially use the X16 stock if you're looking at making Chris's Glock from Code Veronica. Again, we'll go over that at a later date. So we'll chuck on the stippled grip tape for now, and that's really about it. That's all we actually need. Now for perks, we'll go back to Leon's real quick. Leon, I feel, would use double time. He likes to sprint, he likes to move around. This here, you could argue restock, and we'll probably use that. Hardline I think would fit Ada a little bit more. Overkill most certainly, depending on what you're after. But in this case where we're using the Blacktail and the shotgun, probably not. High Alert I don't think would fit any of those because that's like a Sixth Sense sort of thing. Ghost would probably work best on Ada as well, and Point Man would work well on Chris, but not Leon, and certainly not Ada. Lastly, but not least, we've got these perks here. Now, Leon, I feel, would probably still work well with Amped because he's used to swapping weapons and things like that. For Ada, we'll change it out. We'll actually go with Spotter or Tracker. So we'll jump over to her real quick. We'll go on here. Hers, I like to use Cold-Blooded generally, or I'll use Scavenger. So we'll chuck Scavenger on her. We'll go ahead, we'll put on Ghost, and we'll go ahead and we'll chuck on Tracker. No, we won't. We'll chuck on Spotter instead. I feel that Tracker actually may be a little bit too broken for a human to use. Standard Frag Grenade, Standard Flash Grenade, as before. So we'll go ahead, we'll set up a custom game real quick while you're here. Hackney Yard, Free For All, Game Rules as default, Bots is 11 on Mixed, Start Match. We'll go ahead, we'll jump into it here, and kind of see how that goes and how that runs. So yeah, we will boot into that real quick. It's saying starting the match, alrighty. And we'll load in, and we'll see how well these three guns actually perform. So first things first is we'll start off with Leon's setup. We'll go for that there. I just realized I didn't put the Chibi Charm on Ada's shotgun, and that's actually really upset me, so we'll do that when we move over to hers real quick. First things first, you'll notice is that this thing has a very slow ADS. Oh lordy. So at that point, you're probably going to want to use a form of... Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed again. You're probably going to want to increase that somehow. The tack laser may actually work best for that. I'm honestly not sure. Now, oh, we'll get behind cover. Now, you can see here we've got 10 rounds in this one. Oh, we died again. My good lord. So we've got 10 rounds in this shotgun, and it does reload very slowly. So you really do need to watch your shots here. My good lord, I'm horrible with this shotgun. I'm trying to, like, sell it and be like, yeah, this is a really good build. And honestly, I'm just doing absolutely horrible with it. But that's okay. I'm certainly not a good player by any means necessary. We'll take him out there. We'll run up here. We'll flashbang myself. Because why not? I honestly thought we had stims on for a hot minute there. We'll take Beck out again if I can aim. I don't understand why we're not hitting her. Okay, you know what? We'll try out the Blacktail. That was just absolutely nuts. That was insane. I honestly expected to get a kill out of one of those rounds there, but the slug just never connected. So that's fine. We'll try out the Blacktail here. So the Blacktail will fire exceptionally fast, and you will move exceptionally fast. With sleight of hand on, you will reload a hell of a lot quicker. And thankfully, as Exclusive Ace has shown in his videos, using the tack laser and you sprint, using the 5 megawatt laser and you sprint, you'll actually remove the laser from view. So you don't actually need to worry about people seeing it as you sprint. It'll disappear completely. You can see it here. There is no green laser that's being shown. So, oh lordy. That's kind of how this Blacktail version operates, and you can see here it's got a very quick ADS. When I can shoot things, it'll kill them, but unfortunately I can't aim to save my life. I did get the kill though with a grenade, so that counts as something. Leon would be so pleased yelling out Kobe. Now I'll run back through here. I'll reload again and head up on through. And obviously with that 5 megawatt laser, our reload speed, our hip fire is really good. Our hip fire is insane, as is our sprint out time. Oh, he throwing knifed me. That's unfair. You're not allowed to do that. You're bots. That's broken. That's unfair. But yeah, as you can see here, with it, the sprint out time to fire from a full tactical sprint is very minimal. It's very quick. So if you're looking for a good X16 build that you want to chuck on as a sidearm, I honestly can't recommend this enough. I do run the Blacktail as my own personal sidearm at some points. Oh, we're gonna we're going to rook out the slugs again and fail. So that's kind of how this version of the Blacktail goes, and thankfully the one that we've produced on Ada's won't be too much different with that tack laser. It does just mean that our sprint out time and shooting from the hip will not be as impressive as it is with Leon's version. So we'll quickly go ahead and we'll move over here. I can't actually put my charm on, so that's a bit upsetting. But we'll move on through. We'll head over and around. An immediate merc off with hers. Now you can see here the moving time whilst you're ADS'd is quite quick. Now our range unfortunately is going to be a fair bit hampered. Not that it'll make much difference compared to what we were at before. And obviously since we've got, you can see here with sleight of hand you're reloading a lot quicker. That changed back for some reason, that's fine. But you can see that is a much quicker version than Leon's gun. Now that bot just knifed people for the final kill and then murked them with a P90, so I don't actually think these bots are correct nor legitimate. I think they should actually go back to playing Rainbow Six Siege and kind of be the bots in Terrorist Hunt there, because that was absolutely nuts. Now we'll go ahead, we'll chuck on my lovely anime girl charm, my chibi operator that I like to put on everything I can do, and we'll chuck it on here as well. Now that was Leon's class there. I'm actually now debating if I want to keep slug rounds on it, and I might actually take slug rounds out for a hot minute, and we'll use the tube extension instead. So we'll take those 2 extra rounds. Oh, it's only 2 extra rounds. We could probably even do without it, to be honest, given that the XRK Sport actually increases it to 10 rounds. That gives us 12. Probably don't need all that many, to be honest. So you could probably look at something like a choke, maybe. You could really use a suppressor if you want, but why? But yeah, the choke is probably what we'll chuck on there for that longer range. So we'll jump in again. We'll try out these 2 variants in game real quick. We'll jump straight back into it and we'll try and get some and kind of see how that goes and see how they both perform. One without slugs. And we could even look at them moving slugs onto Ada's shotgun, though I don't think that's probably appropriate, given that that shotgun isn't designed to be used for range. That shotgun is very much a close quarters shotgun in Resident Evil 4, and I feel that could probably stay that way with us. So we'll start off again with Leon's. We'll change over to that. Now, changing from slug rounds certainly hasn't changed our ADS time at all. So let's sprint out here. We've certainly got an easier kill that time. We'll quickly chuck in 2 extra rounds there. We can head around and not find a single soul. We'll burst out through here, take a left. Let's see the distance that we've got. Oh. Distance doesn't make a difference when you're one shot with a Kar 98K, but that's fine. That guy over there just died, so let's... So it does have decent enough range, even with slugs. This barrel and the setup with it is actually not too bad. You can see here that when I'm moving around and I'm taking things out and I'm killing them really easily, oh. I was hoping that I wouldn't die there, but unfortunately they still got me anyway. Yeah, you can kind of see here that even with that, the distance on this shotgun isn't too bad. So we'll go ahead, we'll jump back over to Ada's shotgun real quick. We'll try this one out here. We'll see how this goes, and we'll try out her version of the Blacktail as well. Now, as I said, our ADS time on this thing is going to be absolutely insane. You will be ADSing a hell of a lot quicker than you will with Leon's gun, but the hip fire won't be as accurate. You're still going to miss out on a couple of those shots, and you're still not going to be... what's the word I'm after? So if we was to move up through here, if we weren't to die, we would have seen here that, here, like for example, the recoil becomes insane. You need to ADS at that point. We'll head on through, take out this bot, wherever the hell they've gone. Oh, he doesn't like me in the slightest. We'll take him out and we'll take his ammo. So, kind of moving back to Ada's shotgun here, just to kind of give it a bit more of a limelight, and just kind of showcase how it's going. just let's get murdered from the side instead. So this gun is an absolute monster up close. Did I just get shotgun? Yeah, I did. I got hit by my own shotgun. No, it wasn't my own shotgun. It was the R09. That's fine. So, as I was saying, this gun is supposed to be a beast. It's got a very quick ADS time, and thankfully the 1 megawatt laser will help with its ADS its hipfire quite a bit. The range on it leaves a lot to be desired. You're not going to be hitting your targets at any form of range with it. Especially as you saw before, I may have got a long shot off, or I may have gotten even a hit marker on it. This one we didn't, so it's much more of a hip fire machine at this point, and we can quickly reload it, move the extra shells in, move around, and take them out there. So then obviously for any form of ranged engagement, or anytime you go outside, you can easily swap it over to the Blacktail, to the Blacktail even. And you can take enemies out that way. So those are the 3 guns here that we can currently make in Resident Evil. Yes, this gun is Resident Evil. We're playing Modern Warfare, so you can kind of see here, yeah, just how well these guns actually operate in Modern Warfare, and the fact that these builds are actually quite good. Especially again, that Blacktail is one that I use myself personally in multiplayer. Whenever I want to use the X16, so when I'm not getting one-shot killed and things like that, you know, we'll polish off that I'm actually a decent enough COD player. Again, we can get that nice pistol kill. Sleight of hand lets us reload insanely quickly. We'll slide around, toss a flash, and then hit marker him, take that one out. And then we just got destroyed from both sides. So that's okay. That was an overly complicated engagement regardless. Now, let's hack this. Let's see if the bot's actually going to turn around. No, he's not. Let's get an execution off. There we go. Just to be that little bit extra. I think that Ada Wong would do something similar anyway. That's fine. So we'll slide under here. Took 1 out, took 2 out. Again, we can reload very quickly with sleight of hand on this gun. Range, again, leaves a little bit to be desired, but that's fine. We'll put it back onto Leon's loadout real quick. I see that guy on my side here. We did kill Groper, so that's fine. And then we'll kind of swap back here for the last 2 kills, kind of showcase its range and see how much difference that would be. With Ada's shotgun, you're probably looking at a 2-shot kill at that range. This is certainly not that. This gun gives you a nice, decent range there. Slugs are probably not the way to go on this gun. I revised that statement. I feel that using slugs on this shotgun actually probably isn't the right way to go. I feel that using those slug rounds actually made me miss a lot of shots, despite looking like I was aiming at them. So at that point, yeah, I'd actually take those slugs off and we'll revise that real quick when we get back to the main menu. So to kind of wrap it up before I let you go, as I just said, to produce these guns here, there's 2 variants each that you could use. Firstly is Leon's variant, whereby you're going to want the choke on this gun, the Lockwood Precision, the XRK Sport, the Lockwood Precision stock, and Sleight of Hand for that quick reload. If you truly don't want a quicker reload, because you do have 10 rounds per mag, you could be looking at a 5-watt laser, or even the TAC laser to combat its slow ADS. That's entirely, again, your choice, if that's the way you want to go. I prefer not to ADS with my shotguns, though this one actually works really well aiming down sight at range, so maybe this one I'll give that a bit of a pass on. To produce the Blacktail, you need the featherweight, or the Singer Arms featherweight barrel, the 5-watt laser for its hip fire accuracy, the lightweight trigger, stippled grip tape, and sleight of hand. If you're wanting to go down Ada's route, you want to use the tube extension, you're going to want to use the operator foregrip, the 1 megawatt laser, no stock, and sleight of hand. Again, if you really want to make this a really good hip fire machine, you're okay with using a sightable laser on your shotgun, maybe try the 5-watt laser, maybe try the tack laser if you want to try ADSing for it. But the range on this gun is not there. This shotgun is designed to get you up close and personal very quickly, very easily. One thing I am going to quickly look at, because we got the tube extension, if that barrel then will actually still... No, so you can use the SWAT and the tube extension to get Ada's shotgun look. So that's something you could look at doing if that's where you want to go, if you don't want to be reloading quickly, and you're okay again with just the base ammunition there, or the 10 round, I suppose, as it were. So the SWAT does lower the capacity to 5 rounds. That would make your ADS and movement speed increase quite a bit, but you can see here it does decrease range even further and you lose ammunition. So given that it's already got abysmal range, you probably may not want to jump on that. That's something for you to mess around with and try out. If you're looking to make Ada's Blacktail, very much similar, or actually the exact same as Leon's, except you're going to want to chuck the tack laser on there over the 5 megawatt. Now, I personally think, looking at how the Blacktail is, the 5 megawatt is the more appropriate of the lasers, but the tack laser, as you saw before, does certainly increase the ADS speed quite a bit at the cost of its hip fire control. You could see there it was easily decreasing it by at least 1 frame on that, and again, sleight of hand at the end for the perk to get that really quick reload out, because you've only got the 13 rounds there compared to, again, the Blacktail's normal 26. So if you're not looking to reload and you're happy enough to take on that extra magazine, not have sleight of hand, by all means you can do, but that's the way of how I prefer to do things. So thank you very much for tuning in this evening. I do hope you found this informative. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you feel like it. If you didn't, or you've got any urgent and pressing matters that you feel I need to attend to and clarify, please leave a comment down below. I'm always looking on ways that I can improve, and I will see you all in the next video. I'm still deciding on what I want that to be on yet. I've got a few different ideas in mind. I'm still trying to figure out how we can work the SIG Pro properly into this. I guess kind of like an endgame spoiler or end of video spoiler. I was looking at the M19 with the 2-tone attachment to it. I would then thought that maybe that would work better as Leon's Silver Ghost handgun, but it's actually the inverted colors, so he has a white barrel and a black body. This is obviously the other way around, so I'm still trying to figure out the best way that would work. Alternatively, we could work the M19 as a base weapon into the SIG Pro by using the lightweight barrel as it is, but that also doesn't look right. So I'm still trying to figure out the best way of getting that SIG Pro in, and that's why it didn't appear in this video, as I said in the first episode. So I do apologize if that's what you was looking forward to here. Could be looking at doing Jill's 357 or even the Lightning Hawk in pistol wise. Alternatively, yeah, we do have some other really good guns we could work on. We've got the MP5, the AUG, even the P90 if you want to go down that route for Solidus from Metal Gear Solid. We've got the FR556 and things like that. So we've got a lot of good guns here that we can work with, that we can kind of produce more different video game guns with as well. So I'll leave you all on that note. Thank you again very much for tuning in tonight, and have a wonderful evening.